Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello, everyone. I'm trying something new and unique. I've never opened product on the channel before. I had a buddy send me his product out to me to open and feature on the channel. I plan on sending it back to him. Some of the things that he was looking for in particular were tools for Esper commander decks. That's what he likes to build. And then he's also looking for bobblehead. I don't know if he knows this, but like the serialized bobbleheads are worth a lot of money.
In a G5. Yes.
All of them are minimally worth $500. The Charisma bobblehead that's serialized is worth 800 plus. So I hope you're lucky, Matt, and I hope you get what you want for your Esper deck. I think some of the bigger hits for Esper decks are the Fallout Pip-Boy art stuff. So like Ravage is a War. I don't know if you're a mean guy like me, but my favorite way of playing Magic secretly is I don't like to let anyone else play the game. I rarely do that, but when I get the chance to, I get to, embrace my inner demon and make people absolutely miserable. I'm just going to crack this open for you, and I hope people watching get to enjoy and get a nice dopamine hit, I guess. If you can't tell, because this is the first time I'm ever doing this, I probably don't have the best camera angle, but I'm willing to try this for the first time. If it's not good enough, then I'll take some notes. The next time someone buys product and wants to send it out to me, I'll open it on the channel and try something different. But for now, get to see my sick forearm tats. I'll keep the box in nice condition in case you want it, but I'm gonna send it in a nice 200 count box because there are actually 180 cards in here. He did send me some sleeves, so I'll sleeve up anything that's worth any money before I ship it back to him. I don't know how much you invested into this, but man, because it was so hard to open, I'm kind of curious. I hope these aren't. It's a lot of glue. I don't think it's pre-packed, but I don't remember packs being so hard to open. If all the rares are gone, then we'll know what happened. We got a foil clue token. I guess they're all foil, but we have the Surge foils, Hardened Scales looks pretty dope, and Mantle of the Ancients, Mariposa military base. And then we also got some cool stuff. We got the Wise Mothman, and it's got the Pip-Boy version, the Vats version, I guess you could say, and we got a foil Vigor Vats version. I guess I could organize this better. Everflowing Basin, maybe I'll put the rares together. Eridash the Founder, another one of the new cycle lands, Desolate Mire, or at least completing the cycle. House Gambit, Soul Ring, commons, uncommon, rares over here, and do the specialty stuff below it. Do, I don't know, the VAT version, Extended Border / Surge foil versions. How about Surge foil? And then we'll have a regular extended. We got a Woodland Cemetery and a Sentinel Sarah Lion. Sorry, like I said, first time at this. We got at least 11 more packs for me to get this right. I'm not entirely sure what people want commentary-wise. I mostly want to talk about the cards and the applications for my buddy here. Esper decks, probably the Desolate Mire. This time we got a Surge Mountain. Maybe this is better? Not perfect for her viewing pleasure, but we're going to figure it out. Our Reckoning. Destroy all non-token creatures. I don't know if that's Esper worthy. You would have to be playing a token deck. The new Warhammer Commander, that's Esper. This would fit really nicely in that deck. So regular, foil, and rare. Captain of the Watch, classic rare. Again, if you're playing tokens in Esper, maybe you want Captain of the Watch. Bloodforged Battle Axe, an oldie and a goodie. I like the Ash Barons in budget decks with multiple colors, which Ral the Troubleshooter, Strong the Brutish Thespian, that is a extended border, Lethal Scheme. Now this is a decent Esper card. It has Convoke, so you get to tap creatures down to reduce the cost, and if it shares black, you could actually reduce the pips of this card. And each creature convoked, this spell has Connive, so it lets you draw and discard a card. If you were to discard a non-land card, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on the creature that you tap this for the Connive. So that's nice. MacReady Lamplight Mayor. This is actually pretty decent in Esper decks. I imagine most Esper decks are control decks. MacReady fits that quite nicely because it mitigates a lot of damage. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks against Skulk, but that's not the part that's nice. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater attacks you, its controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it extends your game plan for longer, which is what control decks want to do. It's an extended border foil. We'll just put that with the other extended borders. Canyon Slew, Pride and Steel Flagship. I like this card a lot. Whenever a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you create a 2/2 white human knight creature token, and then it gets +2/+2 as long as an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Again, I'd play this with the Astartes commander that makes Astartes soldiers. Surge foil, Prairie Stream is the third. One with the machine. Dang, the foiling on this looks pretty dope. Hey, you got a Ravage the War. Look at that.
Ask and ye shall receive.
I don't know if you'll ever play this card because he did tell me that he has intentions of just breaking this apart and selling the stuff that doesn't want. I don't know if Ravage is a War is great in his play group. It's great in Esper control decks. Great pull. That's at least a $20 card. Put that with the other unique cards over there. Soldier token, Island token. Screeching Scorch Beast. This is actually pretty decent in Esper. Again, it cares about tokens. And for every time someone mills a non-land card, you get that many 2/2 zombie creatures to block and protect you, I guess. So more kind of stalling effects, and it accelerates your game plan depending on what it is. Wild Wasteland, not something you're really looking for. Idolize, hey, I like this card a lot. It's basically the cracked out version of All That Glitters because it cares about non-land permanents. And you got the Surge Foil version. Brotherhood Vertibird, not bad if you're playing a lot of artifacts. Mariposa, the military base. Surge, we got a Surge Foil and a regular foil now. Megatons. Fate, Temple Plenty. Another Sentinel of Serialized. The other extended version was non-foil. This one is. Stolen Strategy. Nipton Lottery. Another Stolen Strategy, but this one is Surge Foil. You got 2 Surge Foil Idolized cards in one pack. That's kind of wild. Another Idolized, but it's in the Pip-Boy and Inventory Management in Pip-Boy. I think it's wild that you managed to pull 3 Idolized in one pack. Surge Plains, Over Encumber. It's good for throwing on aggro decks that also have a bunch of artifacts. Hopefully you have an opponent that's trying to do both because you will effectively be buying yourself a lot of time. But it's a little niche, so I don't know if you really want to be playing it. Regular foil, Nomad Outpost, Commander Sophia Disgar, I can't pronounce it. Nah. One with Machine, Harmonize, Mutational Advantage, Mystic Forge, Assaultron Dominator, Fetid Pools. Now we're at the Surges. We got Veronica Dissonant Scribe, Clifftop Retreat, Ferris Lake, a Pip-Boy version of Screeching Scorch Beast, and a Pip-Boy version of Grave Titan. And these packs are hard to open. I don't remember them using so much glue with these. It's a little sketchy because like the glue isn't very uniform, it's very splotchy, and they're not very well spaced. And like, what's the necessity of glue when you crimp the pack? Kind of want to check the whole plastic. Is that standard? Like, it's been a while since I opened sealed product. I just don't remember there being so much glue. Canopy Vista and a Swamp Surge English in Making. It's kind of weird how they organize the pack. They have like one random surge at the beginning, and then they have the rest of the surges on the back end. Fire Shrieker, Arcane Signet, Watchful Radstag. I like this card a lot. Nick Valentine, the Primitive Eye, Fraying Sanity, Pre-War Formal Wear, Pure Steel Paladin. Surges, we got Rex Cyberhound. I feel like Rex has to be played in an energy deck. That's pretty niche. You did get a Martial Coup that's Surge Foiled. That's pretty dope. A Strength Bobblehead. Oh yeah, it's Surge Foiled. I don't know what these are worth. Maybe it's worth something. Eula Quingamon Bears is the Pip-Boy version, and you got a dope foil Wasteland. Damn, that looks nice. I have the Secret Lair Wasteland, but this in a foil looks pretty sick. Hope you enjoy that, Matt. This stuff is incredibly hard to open, and like, if they were repacking and taking all the valuable stuff out of it, I feel like they would have taken stuff like Wasteland out of here, but they didn't, so makes me believe it's that repacked. It's just
Pain in the ass.
Foil Forest or Wasteland Raiders. I actually don't mind Wasteland Raiders too much. It's a scaling edict effect. Most edicts are pretty bad in the mid to late game because people have fodder to get rid of, but because you could copy it with squad so many times, it goes into the late game quite nicely. That way you could scoop up multiple creatures with one card and hit the things that you want to get rid of. Smoldering Marsh, Junk Jet, Expert Level Safe, Exotic Orchard, Aradesh the Founder, Prairie Stream, Elder Arthur Maxon. I actually really like this guy. Been trying to tinker with him on a budget, but I haven't been really liking it so much. Something I've came across when working with this guy is he's strictly worse than, say, Teysa, because she's just a combo monster. When you turn all your creatures black, you have infinite tokens. Obviously, it doesn't work as good as Teysa, and it's not a win condition, but you make up for that with its aggressiveness by giving all your tokens training. Getting a bunch of tokens into play to take advantage of that gets a little harder on a budget because the cards aren't very efficient. So I might make this into a non-budget deck and see how that feels before I make that video. We got Sunpetal Grove, and now we're on the Surges again. We got Moira Brown, Guide of Author, Exotic Orchard, Casualties of War, Assaultron Invader, which is Walking Ballista as the Pip-Boy version, Dogmeat the Ever Loyal. It's foil and it's in the Pip-Boy version. It's pretty dope. I actually like Dogmeat a lot. I think the trash token is one of the most powerful tokens we've got in a long time. It rivals treasures. I think it's strictly better because it's card advantage versus treasure is just mana. When you're making a ton of mana, all you have to work with is what's in your hand and what's in play. But seeing more cards...
And tell me the possibilities aren't infinite.
I think I called him trash earlier. Oh, this is a Surge Plains, actually. Sentinel Serialized, it's like the third one you got. Got Kellogg, Chaos Warp, the Motherlode Excavator, Fine Finality, Junk Jet, Isolated Chapel. It's not a bad budget land in Esper colors, and it looks cool. Might want to hold on to that. Got Mr. Gutsy, Canopy Vista, or on the Surges again, the Motherlode Excavator, Marshall's Anthem, Sentinel Serialized, Full Art Vandal Blast, another Idolize that's foil. Okay. I am also a collector of full art foil tokens. Matt, if you don't want to hold on to these and you plan on getting rid of them, I'll buy these off you. We got the energy side and the human side. In the comments below, if you have suggestions to maybe improve this setup, I'm all ears. I think right off the bat, camera angles probably need an apparatus to hang from my ceiling. The angle is a little off, and it makes seeing the cards a little more difficult. Got a mountain. But if it's just fine, then I'll just keep it this way. Sky Cloud Expanse. I love these lands. Throw that in your Esper deck. Gary Clones, Swift Foot Boots, Glacial Fortress, another good budget Esper land. Now we're on the Surges. Tainted Isle. We got Junktown, Steel Overseer, Vault 76, another Casualties of War, Surge Pile again, Struggle for Project Purity, Temple of Deceit Dispatched, Hullbreaker Horror on the Pip-Boy version, another Screeching Scorch Beast with this one's foil, and a Radiation Soldier token. Foil Surge Forest, Smoldering Marsh, another Nippon Lottery, Sunpetal Grove, Thought Vessel, Mirelurk Queen. I actually like this card a lot, especially in the Mothman deck. Every time someone mills a non-land card, you get to put a counter on it and draw. It only triggers once a turn, but if you're making people mill on everybody's turns, that's a lot of card draw, and this thing gets incredibly big real fast. Military Base, Shadow Blood Ridge, Kate, the Cage Brawler, Sulphur Falls, Sentry Bot, Surge, Bloodford Axe, Junk Jet. Hey, Nuka-Cola Vending Machine. This card is, you can tap it to make a food token, or whenever you sack a food, create a tap treasure token. It's nice because you basically replace an artifact with another, and it doesn't tell you how you sacrifice the food. There's plenty of other ways you could sacrifice artifacts and get the treasure token. You could do like Kurt Clan Ironworks. This card would love it. Again, pretty sweet card. I want one myself. Hornet Queen, another junk token, and the robot. Got 3 packs left. Maybe I want to put the cooler stuff up front. I see that they get a slightly bigger image. We'll try it like that. Maybe that's just better placement that kind of fixes a lot of my issues. Let me know if that's better in the comments. Get the timestamp it. We're experimenting together. Forever. Copy token, foil, and Eddie Lonesome Eyebot. It's an aggro card. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. Mysterious Stranger, Acquired Mutation, Mechanized Production, Casualties of War, Boomer Scrapper, Tireless Tracker, Tato Farmer, Marshall's Anthem, the Surges, we got Diamond City, Canopy Vista, Scattered Grove, you got Vats, that's a pretty good Esper card. I like it because it probably hits multiple things on cast. It also has split second, so people can't mess with their toughness and screw up the targeting of the spell. Pretty slick, and you got a foil Pip-Boy Arcane Signet. Pretty dope. 2 packs left. Force, One with the Machine, Arcane Signet, Command Tower, Nerd Rage, Rampant Growth. I actually like Nerd Rage. It wouldn't be bad for Esper control because you play few creatures and you're all about drawing cards. This also draws you 2 cards. Enables no max hand size, and then if it attacks, you have 10 or more cards in hand, you get to add 10 power to your card and turn probably your commander into a lethal attacker, so I would give that a try in a control deck. Nuka Launcher, Temple of Malice, Synth Eradicator, Temple of Mystery, Powder Ganger, Temple of Abandon, Contaminated Drink.
You chose poorly.
This is a card I'd play in your Esper decks as well. Lets you draw X cards and you get X, half the rad counters rounded up. If you utilize your graveyard just as much as your hand, this card basically buys you 1.5 cards because you put X into your hand and then you put half of X into your graveyard. That's why I call it 1.5 cards per mana investment. It's a pretty dense card if you do utilize your graveyard. Gem Razor, Atomize, Radiation Token. Last pack. Come on, let's get a Serialized card. If you're curious what the counts are for the Serialized card, the Bobbleheads have 500 each. Soldier Island, Sungrass Prairie, Keeper of the Accord, Veronica the Dissident Scribe, Everflowing Chalice, Lily Brown, Raging Grandma, Colonel Autumn, Mantle of the Ancients, Nippon Lottery. Got a lot of those. Solemn Simulacrum. This one looks pretty dope. It's got a Gatling gun for an arm. It's probably the most threatening Solemn you'll ever see. Jason Bright, Glowing Prophet. If you're playing Esper Zombies with, I forget her name. There is an Esper Zombie deck out there. I think this would fit in there quite nicely. Wake the Past. So you turn all artifacts enchantments trigger to play. Wayfarer's Bauble, another Atomize, Assaultron Invader, which is Walking Ballista. That brings us to the end. Well, Matt, I hope that you're happy with what you got. I hope everyone watching enjoyed. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. I hope to get more opportunities in the future. If anyone else wants to send me stuff to open on the channel, I'll do it. I do all kinds of stuff Commander related. I do deck techs, I do spoiler reviews, some philosophy in game, and I do gameplay videos as well. Today I made a gameplay video, a spoiler video, and this. So I hope you all enjoy the content to keep you busy. If you stuck around this long, subscribe. Plenty more stuff on the docket. Have a great time. Bye.